What is up, guys? My name is Sora and today we are building a mermaid beach house. So I'm gonna start by saying I know that the shell of the home is already finished, but you see what had happened was I forgot to hit record, and that's not the first time that I did it with this build. I actually built a nice little coral reef area in the back, and I forgot to press record on that too. So forgive me, but everything else is still pretty awesome, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So this is meant to be for a mermaid. It's very colorful. The outside is a little more beach house looking, like your stereotypical beach house. But the inside, there's so many shells, and it's just very bright and colorful, and oh, you guys are gonna love it. I can't wait. I spent, I want to say, about 6 hours building this, and there was so much footage. This is probably one of the longest builds that I've done and actually recorded, so I hope you guys honestly enjoy it. But let me know down in the comments section if you had any suggestions or what you might have done differently for it. I love hearing from you guys, and you're all awesome and amazing. So yeah, here we're moving on to pretty much just wallpaper and little exterior fixtures like the columns. I feel like they bring the house to life, and they definitely make it feel like it's more alive, I guess. It's more real, more realistic, and it really wasn't too hard. It came together pretty nice, and all I did was look at a reference picture, and it was just, it was perfect. It just came together so beautifully. The landscaping, especially because it's a beach lot, I just kind of looked at the surrounding area and picked out what might have matched. This particular lot, I think the original name for it is Pier Perfection, because it does have the giant pier to the left of the lot, on the left of the screen. So I think that's what it is, but anyway, I just tried to match the landscaping to what was around it as best as I could. This is kind of on more of a desolate lot, I guess. It's set back from the rest of society, which I think is perfect for a mermaid, so that's why I picked this lot. I pretty much used a lot of island living in this, so not only did I build it in Sulani, but pretty much everything is island living. So if you didn't, or I guess if you don't own island living, then I wouldn't download this build, because like 90% of it is island living. I definitely gotta say, I had a lot of fun building this. It was pretty stressful, and I was actually just on Discord with some of my buddies, one of them being North Star Hero. And I was telling him, like, as much as this build stressed me out, I put a lot of work into it and a lot of time, and I really like the outcome of it. I think I skipped over it, but that little metal box that's next to the door, that is the apartment mailbox, and it does function on non-apartment lots. So I just actually saw a Twitter post, I think, about that the other day, and I was so ecstatic when I saw it. I was like, really? So I don't have to put an actual mailbox? I feel like on a beach lot, it might have been a little better to put an actual mailbox, but I really wanted to use it, so I'm genuinely happy about it. So I hope you guys like that a lot. Here I'm just working on some of the exterior lighting, which I didn't really do too much, just a couple candles and, you know, typical, I guess, light fixtures. In just a second here, you can see I do something with the lighting that honestly I forget exists in the game. So you can actually change the color of the lights. It doesn't just work for like lava lamps or anything. It's literally all of the lights on the lot or that room or whatever you'd like. So you could make a room look green and then another room look yellow and pink, and if you want. It's honestly a really cool feature, and I'm glad that they added that to the game, because I don't remember if that was in Sims 3 or not. Maybe somebody let me know if it was, because honestly, I have not a clue. But yeah, I really enjoy that feature because it definitely gives every build more personality. If you want to make a room hot pink, you can make a room hot pink. I mean, I would love a hot pink room. Why? I don't know, but sure. So anyway, guys, right here I'm just doing some exterior furnishings for the porch. I wanted to kind of keep the plasticky or wooden outdoor vibe with maybe some like weathered touches. Obviously they're on the beach, and generally if you're on a beach you get hit with worse thunderstorms and the houses are just generally not built well. So yeah, we kept with that pretty well. I did give these little round windows, which obviously you guys saw in the thumbnail. They are perfect. That was actually my fiance's idea. I had him look and I was like, I don't know which windows to put up here. Obviously you guys didn't see it, but I was cutting it out here and there. And I'm like, I just can't figure out what windows. And then we found those and they look like very nautical porthole windows. And I really like that. And here I put the fans outside, so I'm sure somebody's seen that before. You see fans outside on porches, and I thought that was a really nice homey touch. I got a cute little fish decoration and everything. I went all out with this build. Like, once you guys see the inside after I decorate it, you're gonna be like, she spent way too much time doing this. And honestly, I think I did. So here I was trying to make the little glass panels for the flooring work, and I just, honestly guys, for the life of me, I couldn't make them work. I tried on the inside and everything, and they just, I don't know if they adjusted the way that they size down, but they don't size down nicely anymore to where you could put like multiple tiles, or maybe that was just me. This game was very, very buggy this time around. I'm really not sure why. Like, I had an issue with the conflicting block clusters error on this, even though everything is all one height. I don't know why. For that quick glimpse there, you guys saw that cove that I built. I just finished it and I realized I hadn't been recording the whole time, and it made me pretty sad. And then also half the kitchen was, at least the appliances in the kitchen were done. So this floor plan I cut out a lot of because I couldn't figure it out. I was thinking about, oh, well, maybe the mermaid wouldn't bathe in the house. Maybe she would just go for a swim in the ocean, because they don't actually get, well, they get smelly, but they don't have a hygiene thing. It's just hydration, I think, if I remember correct. So I was like, well, maybe I don't want to give them a bathroom. And then I realized, like, well, I think mermaids would really have, like, super pretty, very cluttered, feminine style bathrooms, and I don't know why that whole vibe works for me, but I like that. So I didn't give her a super big bathroom, but I did give her a bathtub, and I put 2 huge windows, not that big one, but 2 like small ones in front of the bathtub, so she could like look out in the ocean when she's bathing, and I thought that was a really nice touch. I also did something really nice, which you see I'm working on here. That is where the bedroom is, and I know that there's like an archway here, but it ends up looking really nice. It's a very open floor plan, and again, it's for one sim, maybe 2 sims if you really wanted, and it's got plenty of space for the sim to have friends over. I did have a female mermaid in mind for this, so I did kind of base it around that. There's a lot more pastels, and there's objects like perfume and nail polish that are, you know, more feminine in this build. So hopefully that's okay. Of course, if you don't want those items in the game, you can always take them out. Here you can see the bathroom layout. I'm kind of trying to figure out. Unfortunately, I have a way about building things that I like to place the essentials down and then try to figure out clutter and everything else afterwards. So I'm sure that's probably frustrating because I skip from room to room a lot, but I do my best. I'm grateful that I at least did all of the exterior before I went on the inside, and that's something new for me. I don't usually do that at all, so it's kind of a miracle I made it that far. I guess what happens is, like, I get bored of doing exterior because I don't really care for landscaping. And then what happens is I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing the interior, but I get frustrated because I'm putting something in the kitchen and it's not functioning the way I need it to. And then I move back out to the exterior. But for the most part this time, exterior first, then the interior. So I'm gonna try to get my groove going to figure out how I want things and how to do them properly without skipping around and making you guys be like, what is happening? So I think with this I kind of found a bunch of smaller items first, like plants and corner tables, and then I worked my way through. I ended up putting a bunch of curtains in. Those little island living curtains, the sheer ones that are blue that I put in the living room, and I think they're also in the bedroom, are so pretty. They are my absolute favorite curtains. And, well, you know what, that's a lie. I use these ones that I'm putting up right now in every single build because they're so perfect. They look pretty. They look very realistic too. I think it's a combination of the swatches that come with this, the fact that we get a white swatch that's just pure white, and the texture. The texture is perfect. So what you can see I did there is I hung the curtains in front so it looks like your sim can just pull the curtain down when they're going to sleep. And honestly, I thought that was just perfect. I thought it was very realistic. I ended up putting some, I think, beads later on there too to give it more of a beachy, cluttered vibe. You'll see it. The bedroom itself doesn't have much in it. I believe it's just a mirror, a couple posters, and a rug. And that's it. But I did put this little kind of, it's not an entryway, a hallway table, but it's actually a wardrobe. So for realism, your sim could change there, or of course they can change in any mirror in the house. So yeah, hopefully you guys like that. Those little tiny living succulents are the cutest item in the game, and nobody can tell me otherwise because it's absolutely perfect. Another thing I probably should have said is I do apologize if my voice is sounding a little weak or raspy right now. I don't know what happened. I think Matt and I are both getting sick, and don't assume the worst because I don't entirely know what's going on. Now, if I wake up tomorrow and my throat is really sore and I can't talk, then it could either be from A, doing the recording, or B, all the stuff that's going on in the world right now. But we're gonna hope for the first one and not the latter. So yeah. Here you can see I pulled out a shelf from the gallery, and for the life of me, I can't remember who went through and took out all of these seashells, but they did an absolutely fantastic job. So what they did is they went beachcombing, took all of the shelves, put them in a room, and then uploaded it to the gallery for us to use. So it is not CC, it is by any means, like, it is not custom content. So basically you can just pull them out and use them. So that's what I did here. I cluttered up the whole build with tons of seashells and I think they're called conch shells and some other stuff. They're really pretty. I definitely went overboard with the beachy stuff, so I'm sorry if you guys don't like that, but that's what this is. It's a mermaid beach house. I do want to say this bookcase took me so long because the snapping points for certain objects on it just didn't want to snap. And when they did, I was like, okay, cool, I can squeeze one or two more things on there, but because the seashells are so small, they fit in little snapping points that the bigger objects don't fit on, so it was a little bit of a struggle, but I left this in just so you guys can see how I cluttered, which is not great, but I try, and that's all that matters, right? So yeah, that magic bean, I think, is the inspired bean. So when your sim activates it, or I think if you can turn it on, the emotional aura, it'll be like enable emotional aura or something, your sims will get an inspired buff, and I think that's really cool. Especially for an item that just looks like, to me it looked like a shell or something to that effect, so that's why I did that. And here I kind of laughed to myself when I cluttered up the top of this dresser with toilet paper, I'm sorry, not toilet paper, tissue paper. I just thought it was really funny. I don't know why, I was like, they can never have enough tissue paper. So, but you can see I put shells on here, and then I think I went through and pulled out some, what are they called? Oh my gosh. The perfume bottles and nail polish bottles, and it looks really, really nice. And I'm some pictures. See, I did the same thing with the pictures here. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I did that instead of just moving the dresser. I was really fighting with it. I will say it again, I do love this build, but it gave me so many problems. So I do hope that you guys enjoy it, and I definitely want to see screenshots of your mermaid sims living in this, because This is like the perfect house for me. Like I love this. I should say now that I do have a special surprise at the end of the video. I've been trying to make it a point to, at the end of every video, add something new, something that I haven't done yet in a previous video, and this one was screenshots. So I did go through and take a couple really nice screenshots of the inside and outside of the house, some of them including my sim, who, whenever I release her into the game, she does absolutely whatever she wants, so you will see that. She ended up building a sand sculpture actually in the perfect spot in the front of the house, so I was like, well, I guess I'm taking a screenshot for this, aren't I? And it looks really nice, so I hope you guys like it, and again, let me know how you guys like that. I've been trying really hard to work on videos and find time to do it, because all I want to do is make content for you guys, and especially with the recent events going on in the world, it's been very difficult and stressful on me, and a lot of the other people, like Matt and I, have been nothing but stressed. So hopefully we won't have to deal with that for too long. So hopefully things will get better soon. And just a quick reminder, guys, if you are doing my shell challenge, please remember that it is up on March 31st at 11:59 p.m. EST, because that's the time zone that I am on. If you guys haven't already, you have about, when this is going up, I think you'll have about 3.5 days left to upload it. And please make sure you use the hashtag SoraShell, because otherwise I won't be able to find it on the gallery and I want to see it. I did tour a couple on stream, but just kind of like a pre-tour thing, so nothing super fancy, and you guys blow my mind. Like, I wish I could build like some of you guys, because like I can't. So it's just, you guys do such a good job, and you do little things that I see that either you've picked up from watching my videos or you've thought of on your own, and I'm like, like, it's so cool, it's so exciting to see everybody's creations and stuff. So make sure you get those builds in. I will be touring them on stream, and what I'll be doing is going back through, taking the highlights and cutting them down into another video for you guys to see on the channel. I do want to remind you guys that there is no prize for this video, but that's just because I wanted to see how many people would enter first. So keep that in mind, and I hope that doesn't upset you guys too much, because I just wanted to see, I don't want to do a challenge for 2 people to enter it and I just feel kind of bad, like, if that makes any sense. So so far we have, I think, 4 or 5 build entries, and I can't wait to see the rest of them. So yeah. But enough about that. So here you can see I finally went and changed the wallpaper. I wasn't even paying attention to the wallpaper. I was so focused on cluttering this build that I just didn't even think twice about it. I think I ended up adding a couple more curtains, changed up the flooring, and that's pretty much it. So, oh, here you can see I finally added these beads, and I thought they added just a nice little touch. I put them in this kind of blue and teal green kind of swatch, I guess. Yeah, it's in between a teal and a green, but it looks really nice. And I found these skateboards that had the little octopus with the the wave on them, and I thought that was perfect. And here I think I just put a couple finishing touches on the kitchen and added some nice little artwork around, just trying to feng shui everything. I was a little sad about the lack of counter space that I left open for the kitchen, because like, you have to have one free counter space to be able to cook. So, but it still looks okay. That's why I added that extra little table from Tiny Living. But alrighty guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we are already on to the screenshots. So let me know how you like them. It's my first time trying them out, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye!